Loading life simulation. Save file, the rapper. This is not a story about fame. It's a story about what you'll sacrifice to be heard. Your recording studio is a wardrobe. Blankets hung from the rail to kill the echo. A USB microphone that costs less than your shoes. A cracked version of recording software that crashes if you open too many tabs. You record at 2 a.m., waiting for your mom to fall asleep, for the upstairs neighbor to stop moving, for the whole apartment building to finally go quiet. You wear headphones to mix so nobody hears. The comments on your first upload say, terrible mic quality, too much background noise, skip. You have 200 followers, half are bots, a quarter are other rappers doing follow for follow. Maybe 50 real people have ever heard your music. You study the analytics obsessively. Where do they drop off? Which second? Which song gets replayed? Nobody can see this work. Every day you're learning production, hunting for beats, filling notebooks with lyrics, recording until your voice goes raw. The progress is so slow you can barely feel it. Your first live show, a Tuesday open mic in a bar that smells like cheap beer and broken dreams. 8 people in the audience. 3 are other performers. The rest are just there for the cheap drinks. You have 90 seconds. Your backing track plays from your phone through a blown speaker. When you finish, one man nods. He's probably drunk. He probably won't remember you tomorrow. But in that moment, that nod is everything. Someone heard you. Someone responded. That's more than most people ever get. Plays go from hundreds to thousands, not millions. Nowhere near enough to pay rent, but enough to make you believe this road might actually lead somewhere. The algorithm notices you occasionally. Your songs appear in playlists. Nobody's paying attention yet, but you feel like a real musician for the first time. You learn the rules of the industry nobody teaches you in any classroom. How to tag your music for maximum exposure. How to pick your release times. How to network with other artists. Music is half of it, maybe less than half. The rest is marketing. Nobody tells you that when you start. A local blog covers you. A DJ plays your track at a club. Someone mentions you in a forum thread about underground artists to watch. You start performing at real venues, mostly opening slots. 3 songs, 10 minutes, trying to leave an impression on a crowd that's still filing in and checking their phones. Stage presence isn't natural. It's rehearsed. You practice in your bedroom mirror more than you'd ever admit. The income is real now, but costs are real too. A proper recording studio is $200 an hour, and you need at least 2 hours to get anything usable. Beats cost $50 to $1,000, depending on who made them. Marketing, travel, all of it comes from the day job you hate. Your mom asks when you're going to think seriously about your future. She doesn't understand. This is your future. The other option, an office, watching other people live the life you want, isn't a future. It's a slow death. The call comes on a Tuesday afternoon. You're stacking shelves at the supermarket. Your manager's voice is different, an excitement you've never heard before. A label's artist development director saw your showcase performance, checked your streaming data, listened to everything you've made, wants to meet. You go home and listen to every song you've ever released, trying to hear what they heard, trying to understand why. Out of every artist screaming to be noticed, they picked you the label office. The monthly rent is more than your mom's annual salary. They talk in numbers that feel like fiction: advance, marketing budget, production support, distribution deal, the power to put your music in front of millions. The contract is 114 pages. Your manager brings a lawyer, $300 an hour, to explain what you're giving up. Publishing rights, recording rights, first refusal clauses, morality clauses. The advance isn't a gift. It's borrowed against future royalties you might never earn back. You sign anyway. Everyone signs. The alternative is permanent invisibility. A professional studio changes everything. Real producers, real engineers, recording in the same rooms where the albums you grew up on were made. You're more nervous here than you ever were in the wardrobe. Different pressure, different stakes. Every minute is burning money. You have to deliver something worthy of all of it. Your first mainstream single drops with full marketing behind it. Playlist pitches, social media push, radio pluggers. Plays go from thousands to hundreds of thousands. Strangers are singing your words, making videos to your chorus, debating your lyrics in comment sections. You always thought you wanted attention. Now you have it, and it feels like being placed under a microscope. Those opinions cut deeper than you expected. Touring is nothing like the movies. No glamour, no wild parties in new cities, just identical hotel rooms, beige walls, scratchy sheets, air conditioning that's either Arctic or broken. 3 meals a day of fast food and backstage catering because there's never time for anything else. Sleeping on a tour bus that never stops moving, waking up in a different city with no memory of the journey. The romance wears off by the third city. What replaces it is complicated. Exhaustion and euphoria tangled together. Boredom punctuated by moments of absolute intensity. Every night you sing the same songs until they stop meaning anything. Your mouth moves on autopilot. Your mind is already somewhere else. But the live show itself, God, the live show. 1,000-person venue where everyone knows every word. Strangers becoming one thing, swaying to a melody you wrote alone in the dark. Music festivals where the crowd stretches to the horizon. A sea of raised hands and phone lights and faces you'll never know, who somehow know every line you wrote. The moment the drop hits and the whole building shakes. That's why people give their lives to this. The energy between stage and crowd is electric, sacred, something no recording can touch. These moments make all of it worth it. The bad hotels, the endless miles, the politics, the paranoia. But income grows and problems multiply. Lawyers, accountants, the label taking their cut of every stream. You're successful and somehow still broke. Your second album needs to be bigger than your first. Nobody warned you this was mandatory. Growth is non-negotiable. Stand still, and you're failing. Then one song goes viral. A dance challenge picks up your hook. A meme uses your beat. Algorithm meets cultural moment, and suddenly your music is everywhere. In grocery stores, in car commercials. Your grandmother has heard it. You wake up to 50,000 new followers. A week later, 500,000. The streaming numbers become absurd. Millions, tens of millions. Numbers you used to dream about now feel like a glitch in reality. Overnight, you're everywhere. Talk shows, magazine covers, brand deals. The money becomes real money. Not never-ending wealth, but enough to buy your mom a house, pay off her debts, set up an account so that whatever happens to your career, she'll be fine. That was always the dream. Everything else was just the path. At award shows, you sit next to artists you worshipped growing up. You collaborate with the name on the poster that covered your bedroom wall. These moments feel like proof, like all the sacrifice finally meant something. But pressure scales with success. Expectations are now impossible. Every release needs to be more impactful, better quality, more influential. The label wants crossover pop records. Old fans want you to stay underground. Critics want innovation. Casual listeners want more of what made them love you. You can't please anyone, and intellectually, you know that. But you try anyway. You split yourself across different audiences until the music that made you different starts to sound like everything else. The bigger you get, the less defined you become. 5 years at the top, and you are running on empty. The schedule has no end. Recording until 4 a.m., touring across continents for months, interviews answering the same questions until the answers stop feeling real. Events, appearances, collaborations. Everyone wants a piece of you. The label wants new albums on a cycle. Fans want access to every moment of your life. Partners want features to boost their profile. You have become a resource to be extracted, not a person to be known. The people closest to you are all on your payroll. Your manager, your PR, your tour manager, the same one from your first real tour. Everyone else was filtered out by success. Old friends resent your absence and your money. New people all want something. The loneliness at the top is real, and nothing like the songs make it sound. Relationships break down. The people who knew you before the money don't recognize who you've become. The people who only know the fame have never met you at all. Your label contract is expiring. They offer renewal. Better terms, more creative control, recognition of what you've built. The numbers are generous. But independence looks different. Own everything. Make music because you love it, not to feed the machine. Release when it's ready, not when the quarterly schedule demands it. You think about the wardrobe, the 2 a.m. recordings, the boy who made music at midnight because it was spilling out of him, before it became content, before it became a brand, before real became packaged, before art became product. The industry is designed to make you forget that feeling, to replace love with output, art with content, authenticity with market value. But that feeling never died. It's still there, buried under years of compromises and calculation, under the layers of polish and production. The boy who recorded at 2 a.m. because the music couldn't wait. He never disappeared. He just got lost. It's time to find him. To go back to the only reason any of this ever started, the music itself. That's all it was ever about.